What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss out on anything. This is going to be a super interesting build. So I've just taken delivery of this car and it's going to need an awful lot of work, but before I go ahead and do a bit of an inspection and work out what needs fixing, I'm going to give it a wash because it's absolutely filthy. Alright, so around to the front end, obviously the whole bumper is had it. The trim is pretty well shaved, so all that's going to have to go as well. Headlight's all cracked. I don't think I can tape that up and get away with it, so it's going to need new headlight. The bonnet, it doesn't look too bad. I'm in two minds. I mean, it is folded in pretty bad. I'm probably going to end up having to buy a new one, but I think I'll probably try and hammer this out first. I guess before I go any further, I guess what I should say, I would love to say that this car was a bargain and that, you know, I'm going to make loads of money off it, or it's going to be dead cheap to repair and I'm going to have a super cheap mini Countryman, but that's not the case. So when this went up for auction, there was loads of people bidding on it and the price just rocketed really quickly, but I was pretty determined that I wanted it, so I have paid a lot more for it than kind of what it's worth. That does mean though that any parts that I get is going to have to be good deals. You know, I'm really going to have to do a lot of searching for sort of used parts and try and really do this as cheap as possible. But you know, without sort of compromising the finish, I still want to have this looking as good as it's just rolled out the factory, you know, at the end. Anyway, let's have another look. All right, so this is the wing. So this is all part of the wing. It's the outer skin, it's not the inner skin. The inner skin looks okay when I had a look behind. But I mean, this is obviously wrecked. Someone's done a really nice job there and they've just cut the connectors off, which is good of them. So I'm going to have to solder wires on there, and all the wires behind here where all the fog light and stuff's missing all needs a lot of work. The door's completely had it. We're missing all the trim and things as well. So we're going to need a new door put on. This door doesn't look too bad. It looks worse than what it is, but when you compare it round to the other side, that's actually the way that the shape of the body panel goes. So the only damage really is we've got a bit of a dent in here that could probably be pulled out, and then we've got sort of scuffs and scrapes, which a little bit of sort of glaze and putty will take care of all of that. So if I can get a good deal on a new door, then I'll get a new door. Otherwise, I'm definitely going to have a go at pulling that out, because it's really not that bad, and the door opens and closes just fine. There's certainly no hinges problems. Really pleased about that one. Could be a lot worse. So moving on to this trim. Trim's all had it. This trim's all had it. I think that's the damage down that side. So moving on to the back, we need a new tail light. Bumper's all scraped and damaged, but I think that's probably off a separate accident. It doesn't look like it's part of this one, the way that the sort of damage comes along. Anyhow, so there's a bit of damage on there. This is being pushed in, but I'll just need popping back. This is hanging out. We're missing half a wiper. I don't know how that's happened. Whoops. Again, the bumper's all scratched and things, so it just needs painting. There's bits here that don't kind of line up, so I don't know if that's just how it is or not, but I definitely want to have a look at that. I like things to line up nice and tidy. So down this side, there's not much damage really. I mean, it is 7-year-old, so it has got sort of age-related marks. It's not going to be perfect, but there's probably a lot of it can just be polished out, and little fine scratches. So down here, we're missing the clear indicator trim cover piece, whatever you want to call it. And something I just noticed there when I was washing it, so you can see the bonnet doesn't actually line up properly. So it lines up fairly well at the bottom, but it doesn't at the top. Now if I come around to this side, it's hard to tell because of the wing, but you can see that it's sort of been pushed a little bit, it's a bit nudged. And the best place to really see this is when you look at this headlight. So you can see the headlight sort of dips underneath there, and you've got a nice big gap around here. So I mean, that's probably just going to be the bonnet hinges. It's quite a common thing if you have a bit of an impact that the bonnet hinges go out, and there's just no point in trying to fix them. You just go ahead and buy new hinges and make sure that it lines up properly. So definitely going to put an order on some new hinges. So if we move into the interior, so there's the noise that you never want to hear. Oh. So the interior is not too bad. It's filthy and needs a really good clean. I mean, it's really dirty, and I mean, what you can't get is the smell. So obviously the previous owner's been a bit of a smoker, so it does smell a bit horrible in here. But there's nothing that I can't fix with a bit of a wet vac. This was all hanging off when I got it. There's two clips on the back of here, and this side's broken, so that might need a bit of repairing. But it does seem to be holding okay. Might come back to that. But ultimately, the car's all right. It's not in bad condition. There's a tiny little burn mark under here, which is why I guess they've got the seat cover on. But I can probably get that. I might not be able to get it repaired. I might be able to pick up another one. I don't know. I'll have to decide with that. It really depends on how much that's going to cost. Alright guys, so that is going to be a wrap for this video. I'm really excited to get stuck into this. I'd love to just start ripping panels off and you know, and going for it and seeing what more damage is kind of underneath. But you know, these things take time. I really do need to find out if that engine will crank up okay. You know, fingers crossed. But I mean, that means I'm going to have to take a good look at the front end, check all the fluids over, things like that. Yeah, I mean, look, this is going to be a really exciting build. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there. I'll put it just on here. You know, you don't want to miss out on anything. It's going to be interesting. So I'll catch you on the next one.